Alright Vapors, Everyday Vaper here again with a hardware review of the Crown Sub Tank by Uwell. This is a stock coil sub tank designed to go between 10 and 120 watts with a good selection of coils available from 0.25 up to 1.2 ohms. As you can see, it's a bit of a chucker. So we are going to do the usual standard way of doing the reviews. We're going to go and have a look at a little bit close up, see what the details are, and then we'll talk about it in a little bit more detail. So I'll see you in a bit. It comes in this hard plastic case. We can take this bit off here. It just tells you that the coil is made out of stainless steel. It says food grade stainless steel heating wick. I don't know what a heating wick is. It's a coil as far as I'm concerned. So we'll take this bit off if we can. Let's just take it off there. So a hard plastic case. On the back you have some blurb about the actual tank itself. It's also got 1.2 ohm coil and a 0.5 ohm coil. Contents: complete Uwell crown clearomizer 1 piece. You've got a crown coil 3 piece, a glass tube 1 piece, and a manual 1 piece. So we could take off the case. It does come with a sellotape seal all the way around it, but I took that off for ease of showing you what's in here. So what we got is a spare glass piece and then a coil here. This is a 1.2 ohm coil. We'll look at these in a little bit more detail in a minute. And another one here. This one is another 1.2 ohm coil. And then we can take out the actual tank itself, quite firmly put in there. Just put that down a minute, and that's the tank. We shall have a look at that in detail as well. It does say it comes with a manual, so let's have a look. Can we find a manual? There we go. So what we got at the bottom is a set of O-rings for it, and the manual here. So you've got the description in there of the pieces of your tank, and then you've also got the manual here. Tips for filling. And that's about it really, nothing else, nothing to open up. So let's just shift all this to one side and we'll have a look at the tank in a bit of detail. So as you can see, it's not the most aesthetically pleasing tank. It does look like it's been cobbled together by some plumbing pipes. A massive drip tip on there, that is huge. But it does look like the air intake is about 510 in there. So we take off the drip tip and it's sealed on by 2 O-rings, it looks like, put together. Put that side there. So it's a fixed 510. I would imagine it's a peak insulator in there as well. And you've got the airflow at the bottom here, so we can turn the airflow. It does click around, so fully closed. You've got it both sides as well. And then we can open it up to fully open. And we can take this top bit off here. And that's got an O-ring on there for seal, and that's our top filling section here as well. So let's just take that off so we can unscrew the whole thing now. And there is our center chamber. Can we take out that glass? Let me just put the coil down itself. Let's just unscrew that. So the whole thing you can strip down for easy cleaning. I'm going to take out the glass. There's the O-ring still attached to it. And this is our bottom section. So here's our coil, and what we've got here is a 0.5 ohm coil. And there's our base section with the 510 there at the bottom. Sorry, not the 510, that's the positive center pin there. I mean, that's as far as it will strip down. We can't take it any further than that. Okay, let's have a look at this coil end. So what we've got here is 4 rather large juice ports, and then we've got this massive airflow here. It's huge. And there is our vertical coil, stainless steel. It's a dual coil, I think, as well, this one. And it's wicked with organic cotton as well. So there's no ceramics in there. Can we take it apart? So there we take the base bit off there, and we take out the rubber grommet.
Okay, and there's our coil. Let's see if we can just pull that out. And there's no, it's just a single coil, it's not dual coil, this one. So there is our coil, stainless steel, and here's our wick. So we've got one piece of wick there, and then wedged in there is some more wick as well. So that's our coil. Let's just rebuild it with another coil. So we'll just take off. I like the way that these come with a plastic cover on. Don't see that very often, but it just protects the wick, so you're not going to get a contaminated wick when you vape. So let's rebuild it. We'll get our base section. We'll put in our coil there. And then we're going to just rebuild our center section. So we've got our glass here, still with the O-ring on connected. We'll place that on there. Get our center section, place it in, screw it in. So there's no airflow control or juice control on this one. Okay, let's just pop our top section on as well. And then we'll just place all of that on top. There we go. Drip tip can go back on as well. And that's it. Our crown by Uwell. Very, very large glass here. You can obviously see how much juice you've got left in there. So filling our Uwell crown, or crown by Uwell, we can first of all close off our airflow control fully, and then we're going to unscrew the top section here, leaving us with a clear access to the chamber. I'm just going to get some juice here, so let me just pop that down a sec. Open up the juice, and what we're going to do is just squeeze our juice into this chamber here. Very, very simply, and you can fill all the way up to the top. I'm not going to, not for this one. And we can close it off. We can open up our airflow, and that's it. Now, ideally, if you are using a new coil, then you want to prime the coil. So by that, what I mean is, if I can just dig out a coil for you, what we're going to do is just get our coil here, and you would place some juice on here, and you'd also place it on these ports here as well. Let that soak in for a bit, and then you can just fill it as we have just done. So that's how we fill our Uwell, or crown by Uwell atomizer.
So that's the crown Uwell in close detail. Let's talk a little bit more about its specifications then. Well, it's made from stainless steel, the metal parts are stainless steel. You also have a glass Pyrex section as well, the main chamber. It comes with a good selection of coils. You have two dual coils you can get for it, the 0.25 ohm and the 0.5, and you can also get a single vertical coils, the 0.5 ohm and a 1.2 ohm. I've got the 1.2 ohm in here, and it kicks out 30 watts, which is its maximum wattage. It certainly produces a good amount of vapor, and that's the 1.2 ohm. I have got the 0.25 ohm here. I'm running this at 90 watts at the moment, and the clouds are very good from it. You get a huge amount of vapor, and the taste from the stock coils is not bad at all. It's one of the best stock coils for taste I've tried. You don't get any kind of dry taste from it, and you get a good flavoursome vape, which is always good to have from stock coils. It comes with a good amount of spares as well. So you've got your O-rings, you've got your spare glass tank, and it comes with 3 coils as well. Now the wattage range for the coils are the 0.25 ohm coil, which is the one I have in here. You start at 80 watts, that's its minimum wattage range they say, and it goes up to 120 watts. 120 watts is a very warm vape. About 90 watts, perfect for me. But even at 80 watts, it's still a warm vape. The 1.2 ohm that I have in this one, nice cool vape, still loads of vape production, still loads of flavour. So Other bits about it, 4mm tank, which is very useful to have, and you can see very clearly how much liquid you've got in here. It is quite a thirsty tank because of the high wattages that you're running it at, so it's nice to see the liquid, how much is going down, and whether it's time to fill or not. Top fill is a very useful option, and of course bottom fill it as well. And the airflow is very good on this. It certainly kicks out the vape because of this airflow. It looks like it's quite small airflow, but it's enough for all of the coils. And it clicks around as well to close it off, so you get these increments to click it. So it's not a smooth running thing, it clicks into place. Size wise then, well, it's quite tall. It's quite a tall tank. Its base is 22mm and its widest part is 24mm. So plus points for the Crown Sub Ohm Tank. Vape reduction obviously is a big one. You would buy a sub tank for vape reduction, and this certainly does its job. Even with the 1.2 ohm coil, it's kicking out the vapor, and you get a good amount of flavour with it as well, because it's organically wicked as well. You've got no potential hidden nasties coming from the coil heads themselves. Other plus points, lots of spares coming with it, including spare glass. You get a good selection of coils as well. And it's also got the top filling and bottom filling capabilities as well. Minus points then, well, styling isn't great. As I said in the box, it looks like it's cobbled together with bits of plumbing. Also, the coils, if you like a warm vape, the 0.25 ohm coil is okay. But personally, I don't like it too hot. 120 watts. It can do it, but it's a very, very warm vape. Now I'm going to put the contact details below for the where to get it from Uwell. I'm not sure pricing yet. I'm not sure where if anybody's stocking this yet, but keep your eye out for it. I think the estimated price is going to be around about the £25 mark in England, $30–40 in the US. Now the coils seem to last a long time because I've been using this for a week, and I'm getting no loss of flavour, no dry taste, no dry hit taste coming from it as well. So the coils seem to be lasting quite well. And it's got really impressive airflow as well. So that is the Crown Sub Tank from Uwell. Description below as well, all the details, all the specifications, and also a link of where to get it and how to contact Uwell if you want to stock this. Crown Sub Tank from Uwell, check it out.